Novelty records. You either love them or you hate them. Whatever you think, they count for a large percentage of single sales in the UK alone. We went out and about in Warsaw to find out what you thought. What's your opinion on novelty records?
Well, most of them I don't really like, to be honest. They're rather simplistic and somewhat childish.
They don't appeal to you at all. Have you ever purchased a novelty record?
No.
Never at all.
I think the closest one I've got is Popcorn. That's the closest I've got to a novelty record.
How do you think this affects the other artists in the charts that, let's say, using the term crudely, they have talent? How do you think this affects them when, like, records like Mr. Blobby get straight into number one and sort of, in a way, defies them their chance of getting to number one?
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, it doesn't get in there for a very long time. It's like, 15 seconds and then bang out again.
15 minutes of fame?
Yeah, that sort of thing, yeah.
Thank you. What is your opinion on novelty records?
I don't like them at all, really. They're a waste of time.
You've just got no time for them at all. Have you ever purchased a novelty record?
No.
Not one at all?
I can't think of any.
How do you think this affects other artists in the charts?
Well, it shouldn't affect them, but I mean, like, even I'm not bothered with the charts really that much, so if it does affect them, it's a problem, not mine.
Thank you. What is your opinion on novelty records?
I hate them with all my deepest part of my soul. Really despise them.
Have you ever purchased a novelty record?
I was guilty of purchasing One Too Sexy.
By right said Fred. How do you think this affects the talented artists in the charts, the ones that are actually out there to...
Do you mean there's talented artists in the charts?
Oh, well, that's debatable. But how do you think this affects them in any way when, like, songs like Mr. Blobby come straight in and go straight to number one?
Well, it's a bit of a kick in the groin for them, I suppose.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Many novelty records have reached the number one spot in the charts, and in 1986, the Chicken Song by the Spitting Image Gang certainly did that.
It's the time of year, now that spring is in the air, when those two wet gits with their girly curly hair make another song for moronic holidays that nauseate, eight in a million different ways, from the shores of Spain to the coast of southern France. No matter where you hide, you just can't escape this dance. Hold a chicken in the air, stick a deck chair up your nose, buy a jumbo jet, and then bury all your clothes. Paint your left knee green, then extract your wisdom teeth, form a string quartet, and pretend your name is Keith. Skin yourself alive, learn to speak Arapaho, climb inside a dog, and behead an Eskimo. Eat a Renault 4, wear salami in your ears, casserole your grand, disembowel yourself with spears. The disco is vibrating, the sound is loud and grating, it's truly nauseating, let's do the dance again. Hold a chicken in the air, stick a deck chair up your nose, yes you'll hear this song in the holiday discos, and there's no escape. In the clubs or in the bars, you would hear this song if you holidayed in Mars. Skin yourself alive, learn to speak Arapaho, climb inside a dog, and behead an Eskimo. Now you've heard it once, your brain will spring a leak, and though you hate this song, you'll be humming it for weeks. Hold a chicken in the air, stick a deck chair up your nose, buy a jumbo jet, and then bury all your clothes. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Well, I think they're a bit of fun, but they take...
Have you purchased a novelty record?
No, never.
Have you got none in your collection at all?
I can honestly say, oh no, my mum's got the Birdie song.
So, I mean, how do you really... Do you think it really does affect the other artists in the charts when these novelty records come straight in at straight into number one. A lot of them actually do.
Because they are what they say, novelty, and that novelty means rarer than anyone else. When they come into the charts, they go straight into number one, and you've got like a talented artist at number two. Who really puts an effort into putting. I don't think it's fair at all.
Thank you very much. What is your opinion on novelty records?
Well, I used to like them, but I don't like them anymore.
Why is that?
Well, because they stop good artists getting high in the charts.
Do you really believe that is the point? But I mean, you say that stops the talented artists getting into the charts, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's the public that are buying the records, isn't it really? So I mean, in a sense, that can say that the novelty records are more talented than the other talented artists in the charts, if you see my point, because they're obviously number one, whereas the talented artists aren't.
Yeah, but novelty records just cashing in on a fad recently. I mean, like, if you look at Mr. Blobby, Mr. Blobby became big and they released a record.
Yeah. Have you ever purchased a novelty record?
Oh yeah, I bought Agadoo. Sad. And I bought the Chicken Song by Spitting Image.
We've just actually played that.
Have you?
Yeah, reached number one in 1986. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
What is your opinion on novelty records?
Novelty records, consumable stuff, throw away. I don't mind it. Yeah, it's in the market.
Easy bit of fun.
But it's a bit of fun, but they're records, and records, there's a market for records, and I mean, they all compete on the same level at the end of the day. It's all marketing.
Have you ever purchased a novelty record?
No.
You haven't?
No.
You've got none in your collection at all?
No, not that I'm admitting to anyway.
How do you think this affects the other artists in the charts when these novelty records come straight into the charts and reach number one? How do you think that...
You're referring to Mr. Blobby there?
Well, and the Chicken Song and songs like that.
Stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the charts, it's a gigantic marketing field, and people come out and say artistic integrity, it's not musically correct and all that crap. At the end of the day, it's a record, and if it sold more copies, it deserves to be number one, because that's the way the charts work.
Yeah.
So, it's all fair in love and war.
Thank you. Coming up after this record, we have an interview with Matt Stackhouse, who claims to own one of the largest collections of novelty records in the UK. This is Tingling-a-Loo by Benny Hill.